Yo guys, TechTuber here, taking a look at the MacBook Air in the year 2017. Is it still worth it? Let's find out. On the top of the MacBook you get the glowing Apple logo, which is now dead. On the right hand side of the MacBook you get the Thunderbolt 2 port followed by the USB 3.0 port and my favorite, the SD card slot. Now being a content creator, having that feature is very useful. Many of you might agree on that. You can simply pop in the SD card right away in that SD card slot, which is very handy. On the left hand side of the MacBook you get the MagSafe charging port, which is magnetic, and the cable just snapped to it magnetically so that this don't happen. You also get another USB 3.0 port here as well, so in a total there are two USB 3.0 ports here on this machine. And you also get a 3.5mm audio jack. Now let's talk about the design and the aesthetic of the MacBook Air. This MacBook Air is beautifully built up of unibody textured aluminum, which gives nice finish to it and a cold touch as well. And that glowing Apple logo on the top nicely blends with it. And by the way, you get only a silver color option in the MacBook Air lineup. However, you can use some skins on it if you would like to. Around the display you get huge bezels that prevent the screen from damaging by keeping a space between the display and the keyboard when you shut it down. Weighing in just around 1.4 kg, the MacBook feels so light that you can easily pick it up in one of your hands. The size of the MacBook Air is 13.3 inch and you also get an 11 inch model. The dimension of the product will show up on the screen if you care for it. The MacBook Air sports a 13.3 inch LED backlit display that has an aspect ratio of 16:10 with a resolution of 1440 by 900 that has not been updated since a few years now. If you watch closely you can notice some pixels right away. All that kept aside, how does it actually look like and how does it perform? So here is an example. The color looks good with decent brightness, contrast and saturation. The viewing angles are not at all good. You cannot see anything if you tilt the screen to the extreme angles. Well, not getting at least a full HD display for such a premium priced machine is a letdown. But you see, Apple is Apple. You cannot discriminate on that. The sound quality via the stereo speakers of this MacBook Air is very good. I was very much impressed. Here is an example. The keyboard on this machine is backlit and has good key travel, so typing is not an issue here. You can have a good comfortable typing experience, though I feel the buttons are a little on the wobbly side. Nevertheless, overall the experience is good. Trackpad is another outstanding feature of this MacBook and I personally love it. On this multi-touch glass trackpad you get clicky feedback, multiple touch gestures that make your experience with the trackpad much more worthy, few of it being a 3-finger swipe to activate mission control, or a 4-finger pinch to see all your apps in the launchpad, scrolling the page up and down, sliding your 2 fingers, or swiping left or right to switch between the windows or pages. Now Apple says that you will get around 12 hours of battery life with this MacBook Air, but I never got that. With my normal to moderate usage, I could go close to almost 8 to 9 hours, and yes, that totally depends upon how you use it. And does it heat up? Yes, sure it does, and when it does, it heats up like crazy. With moderate to heavy usage and while charging the machine, it gets uncomfortably hot. Speaking of performance, first let me show you the configuration of this MacBook Air. It comes with a Core i5 processor with a clock speed of 1.6 GHz that can turbo boost up to 2.6 GHz if you put some pressure on it. It also has 8 GB of RAM, Intel HD 6000 dedicated graphics and a 128 GB of SSD, which may not be enough for most of you, but it's an SSD. The speeds on it are fabulous. The read and write speed, the uploading speeds are very good. Everything on this machine has been optimized for this hardware only. I'm not a believer of the benchmarks, but I focus on the end user experience that I get with the product, and so far my experience with this MacBook Air has been good. It gets my usual work done, which involves some browsing, scripting, researching, email, presentation, and a little bit of editing. Yes, you can edit some small clips on this machine, but if you use it extensively for over a period of time, say heavy video editing or rendering, then it won't function properly. It leaves the entire system useless. You cannot do anything on it while the video is being rendered out. It kinda gets crazy and hot as well. First of all, heavy video editing on this machine is not a good idea, as it is not capable for heavy tasks and it is not made for it. If that is what you want, you can go with the MacBook Pros. So apart from heavy video editing, you can use the MacBook Air for almost anything excluding gaming. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that this was all my own experience with the product. Many of you might have your own experiences or opinions on it. At the price tag of over $800, it is little on the expensive side, but you see, it's an Apple product, it has to be expensive. Apple has not updated the MacBook Air since a very long time and did not even introduce any new model in the Air series as well. But I feel they should have paid a little attention to the Air series as well. What do you all think? Should Apple end its Air series or introduce a new model to it? Let me know that down in the comments below. With that being said, I am TechTuber and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys in my next video. You guys have a great day.